Hey nerds, thanks for joining us today. We are talking about Spider-Man, so stick around while we discuss news, teasers, and speculation. Don't miss out. This is the FOMO Show. Hey guys, I'm Dylan.
I'm Andrew.
I'm still your grandpappy. I'm Quinn.
All right, so yeah, please like, subscribe, and hit the little bell icon so that you know when we drop new videos and when we go live. Thanks for your support. Especially, we're having all kinds of technical difficulties. The thing froze up. Sorry. Yeah, we're just starting from the top here. Okay.
Those growing pains, you know.
Yeah. All righty. Yeah. Okay. Oh, special note. So, I am putting the time codes in there now. I got last week's done, and I'm going back and getting those in there. So, time codes coming soon for this one because I can't edit all that beginning off of until like the next day. So, anywho, bless you.
Sorry. John kicked up some
And
dust.
this dude is sick.
No, I'm not.
It's like sick.
See my gnarly 1080 on the freaking yesterday, bro?
I did like 80 nose grabs.
All I can
I
think
grabbed
of,
so many noses. Oh.
all I can think of is Matthew Lillard on the SLC pump.
I still need to watch that one. I think it's on Tubi.
Something like that. I keep seeing the thumbnail for it everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
He's got like a purple mohawk. Yeah.
I think I've seen him a lot though lately. We finally did watch Five Nights at Freddy's, so that was something.
The first one?
The first one, yes.
Okay, okay.
So yeah, I've got a little bit more into the Five Nights at Freddy's lore.
It was like the sort of the beginning of the Lillard songs?
The Lillard songs, yeah. And he may or may not have had an appearance in the latest Scream film as well, but you know, I don't know. I was delirious the whole movie, so I couldn't remember if he was or was not.
He's going to be in the new Man of Tomorrow film.
Yeah. So unfortunately for Tarantino, I guess we're gonna get a lot more of him.
Tarantino is just like turned to old man shouting at the clouds.
I guess so.
Like he's got a new rant where he's just like, I used to love films back in the day, and every new film now, there's nothing that I see that I love. I just rather go read a book. I was like, well, just go read your book and shut up.
I guess so.
It's like, I mean, I just watched Kill Bill with my kid, the whole bloody affair, which was fantastic, and I love those movies. But bro, like some of these older filmmakers, they start to like tarnish their legacy when they get out there and just keep talking.
I mean, creatives in general. I mean, I know Alan Moore is constantly putting his foot in his mouth.
That's kind of his whole thing.
I guess so.
He's always been that cranky old wizard.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Yeah, but like you were saying the other day, like Scorsese is like, we've got to embrace the future of AI, like storyboarding. It's like,
and especially at this point in your career, it's kind of big talk because you're just sort of like you're kind of probably almost done, and it's weird that you're going to take that stance now, and I just think you need to kind of be a little more listen to the younger creatives and kind of their hopes and fears.
But I feel like we're getting a little into the hot takes.
The director weeds, yeah.
Sorry. So let's go ahead and cue up Quinn's spoiler warning.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
If you haven't left now, this is your last chance because this is your spoiler alert. Listen to my gravelly voice in your ear or face, wherever you happen to be watching or listening to this, and heed my words. We're going to be talking about some Spider-Man spoilers and possibly some other fandoms. So if you haven't watched any of that, I mean, you can get a time machine and go watch them and then come back. But either way, you have been warned.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah. I feel like I did my hot take without even doing the hot take. I should have saved it.
You should call the show Hot Takes. There's nothing but it. Oops, all hot takes.
Nice. So I mean, yeah. Who wants to go first for Hot takes.
I went first last week, saying that.
No, you weren't here last week, bro.
That's right.
And I was the only one who did it last
I
week.
didn't have one, so I'll go ahead and start this week. Mine's a little different from the one we were talking about earlier because it's still kind of like on topic. Because I did see, looks like there's a new God of War game coming,
Oh
Yeah.
and it's not the protagonist. It's not the one who's been the protagonist in all the other ones. So
Sure is
A
that.
spin-off game kind of thing.
to some
Kind of,
Yeah.
sort of.
And I'm not completely, and I have to admit, here's what up until recently, I've only played, or I haven't played any of the God of Wars up until
Uh-huh.
last year when I decided I wanted to go from the beginning. So I played 1 through 3,
Yes.
and I went through all 3 of them. And I played them, and very, very fun games, very cool. And I've started the first of the Viking ones, but I'm still only probably about a third of the way into that game.
Okay.
Um,
Of the God of War 2018.
yes.
Okay.
So there's that, and so that's where I'm at currently on that one. And at the same time, like I'm running into the same problem that I've always had, because first of all, I think the people are, there was mixed reviews as to this new character, not only being a woman, but
Yeah.
yes, but I don't know.
Jack Quaid playing a Q.
Right. So then we've got Karen Page, as which I think I've
Yeah.
seen her character a little bit.
Abraham Wall. Excuse me. Good God.
One of the nerd greats.
Yeah.
She's been in a lot of like tabletop. I've seen stuff on like YouTube and stuff. She loves board games.
True Blood.
D&D, that type of thing.
She's deep in it.
So yeah, she's definitely a perfect person to like head up a video game character. And and some people and I've seen people sort of this way and that way about this reveal. But like kind of my take so far. And don't get me wrong, I love God of War. I love God of War, but I'm still gonna kind of stay on the stance that I think Kratos is kind of a douchebag. I don't know. I'm sorry. Okay.
That's
I mean, that was kind of his whole thing.
Okay,
too.
so that's kind of. I know.
thought it was gonna be something.
Well, because we talked about it, so I thought I'd hit you guys with
Yeah,
one.
I agree.
I agreed when it fell.
Okay, so I thought I was gonna get some friction.
No.
Look, because I realize he's a hero, and I know people love.
Anti-hero.
But yeah,
That's
I mean,
like saying Frank Cancel's an asshole.
So
Yeah, of course.
and I don't want to spoil the entire series because even I haven't gotten all the way through it yet. But, can I spoil the first game at least? Okay, because at the end of the first,
two.
and this is my problem. Like I said, from the first game, and I think they kind of retconned it later. But like he beats Ares in the first game,
Yes.
becomes the new God of War. And what he does in that last scene where he's like, here's my throne, and he sits down on his throne, and he's right there. Oh yes,
Sorry.
and he's sitting in his throne, and meanwhile, all this sort of like World War I, World War II, Vietnam, because they were going through like all the, and I'm like, huh. So Kratos,
It's his fault.
he usurped Ares just so that way. Oh, thanks for the Holocaust, man. That was so fun. That was so very fun. Thank you for that. Oh man, and he's got another game coming. Man, what a cool guy. I don't know. That's how I've always been.
You're
After
not
that,
supposed to think about that.
Yeah.
but then he did it. Like it's just like
I really showed you that.
he's just like, yep,
Oh my
all
God.
that stuff. That 6 million of them. Yep, that was me. That was me. Well, actually, I was more of the war stuff. Okay, that stuff's depressing. I mean, I'm going a little too dark here. But
That was more God of Holocaust.
yeah, you're right. The pestilence or whatever. That's different.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Just the handoff.
Yeah.
The handshake.
So that's where I'm at on that. And I so as far as Kratos goes, I could definitely take a break from him, but still enjoy the God of War action. And I think this new game will be cool.
She's playing Laufey. Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Who is go ahead.
So, Laufey in that's Loki's dad, right? Is that the same Laufey? Because that's a woman.
That's his mom.
That's his mom. His
Oh
mom is
wait,
also
no, I don't know.
because Laufey's son.
Yes. But also this is Kratos as well.
Oh,
So he gets remarried at some point.
Yeah, and that's like the beginning of the trailer and the beginning of the game that you played,
Mhm.
where he's like it's like the opening scene burning his wife's body.
Oh, that's her.
Yes.
Okay. So she comes back at a certain point.
Well,
Or,
well,
oh wait, no. Gotcha. Like I said, I'm only about a third of the way through that game. But
she an ice queen.
there's a lot you learn some things about her in the first game, and like then after that it's just memories of her in the second game really. But as far as like she is concerned, she is important to the story because she is Atreus' mom and Kratos' wife, and like that's how Kratos is connected to all the Norse mythology now, and like why he's like deep in it. But overall, she means nothing to those two games.
yes. Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha.
To the first two.
To the yes, the two new God of Wars.
The two new ones?
Yes, the 2018 and
The Viking ones.
the Viking ones.
Oh,
With his
there's
son.
two Viking ones?
Yeah.
Yes.
I did not know this.
God of War. God
It's
of War
just called God of War
2018,
again,
yeah.
2018.
And then God of War Ragnarok.
Okay, I knew about Ragnarok, but I played the original first two.
Yes.
So that's what yeah.
And
I didn't know
she
there was
is-
I knew there was a third one. I didn't know.
And then there's some for the Vita and the PSP, but I never
Yeah.
played those. But
And overall
Yeah,
extra.
I had the PSP one. Too.
So
Aging myself.
overall, I mean,
the kids love PSPs. Like I've seen a bunch of
Oh, yeah.
kids. Those
I
PSPs are
hacked
coming
mine, and so I just downloaded all the games
back.
online.
Nice.
yeah. And I will add, if y'all just want to like watch that trailer, it will not spoil anything in the game for you
Gotcha.
because it's her own story, and I have no idea what's going on.
Okay.
Because there's some janky
And Quinn is like the king of lores.
Yeah.
So,
there's some janky mix and matching going on in here.
oh,
Yeah, just watch it. It's really fun. I was like, I'm gonna buy this game.
I've just seen the pictures so far. I haven't actually sat down and watched the trailer.
so is he the cube from Umbrella Academy?
Oh, the cube. Yeah, what's that cube sitting behind her?
He's not that cute.
It's not that cute. But yeah, there's this particular little video that I have playing that y'all can't see. It's just about somebody how much they hate the game. To like
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, to add on to what Andrew was
There's
saying.
just no pleasing. That was kind of my original rant. Was going to be along the lines of like I think gamers just need to chill out. I don't know.
There's always next week.
Yeah, there you go. Anyway,
That's not going away.
I'll get that formulated a little bit more in the old noggin. But
Yeah, it is always unfortunate when something comes out and it has a female protagonist of something that is like historically had a male protagonist and it just gets hated on.
Or just in general.
Or just in general, yeah.
Last of Us 2.
Last of Us 2. Yeah, I remember that one.
Mhm.
All right. Who's
Yeah,
going next?
people are already pledging to not watch the new Last of Us season because Pedro Pascal.
You played the game, you know the
Right. I feel like that because I was with all those people being like, when that thing happened in Walking Dead, and it's like he shouldn't have died. He shouldn't have died like that. And the other people was like, well, if you read the comics, you would have known it was coming. And it's like, but still, I understand what people are like that. But now I'm on the other side of that because now I'm one of those people who played the game, years ago.
Yeah. I couldn't reach my green one.
Does anyone else have a hot take?
You want to go?
You can go. You weren't here last week, so.
Oh, all right. This is the hottest take, I think. Well, no, yes, I know.
Here we go.
I have an idea of what you both will say. We'll see how it goes.
Okay.
All right. So, in the history of mankind, man has always wanted to do a couple of things. We love slapping bits. We just do. I don't know why. It's just a thing. It's in there. It's in that brain.
Mhm.
But we also love telling stories. And
Also around campfires.
also around campfires. In modern history, since the late 1800s up until now, late 1800s, pushy because it was weird then. There's been a form of storytelling that has stood the test of time, and I think it should be considered as the greatest form of storytelling that we currently have. That is professional wrestling.
Professional wrestling?
Professional wrestling. Because at this current moment, as we are in modern time, everything and their mama ultimately takes things from professional wrestling to draw you in. And professional wrestling has always drawn people in and evoked emotions from folks, whether it be good, bad, or somewhere in between. And it just keeps on rolling. For the longest time, it was, carny stuff. And then in the 1980s, it blew up. It was real carny stuff. We could go into the weird history of it. What's not? In the 1980s, it then blew up because of Hulk Hogan, and then it's just stayed in the mainstream since then. It has up and downs, but it's always been tried and true. And there's always been somewhere in entertainment some type of wrestler that was always there, or kind of a guy of a thing, whether it be
Like Undertaker. He doesn't
Right.
die.
like an Undertaker. He just doesn't die. He's an undead cowboy that keeps showing up every year and putting people through stuff. And
I swear I swear they just keep trading off their active wrestler.
I
like the
mean,
person.
or he
Because
found the
I
fountain of
swear
youth.
I like Mandela effect or not. I don't know, but I swear I've heard this guy died like twice already.
Does he regenerate like the
Like
doctor?
in real life.
He just comes back.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, they just trade the mantle off.
He is. Yeah. So yeah, that is my hot take.
Well,
So you said the oldest former story?
Not the oldest one. One of the oldest.
Because I was like, since
Yeah.
when
do you
was
akin,
wrestling the
do you akin it
oldest?
to
One
like,
of the
I'm
oldest.
not saying-
to like the gladiator days? Is that what you're talking about, or
He also there's
except those people actually died? But
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does pair into that because that is also spectacle, and wrestling itself is ultimately spectacle.
Because I mean, if you go back to wrestling and the Olympics, like,
Yeah,
I
no,
don't
they
know,
were-
that wasn't the
They were
same.
not saying the
It's not-
naked, oily wrestling. We are going to.
But there was no
pencil it in.
storytelling.
There was no storytelling to it.
Outside of like normal Olympics, like hey,
Yes.
we're rooting for this person because they're
Yeah.
they have a great dog or something. You know what I mean?
And that still exists, and that's still good and great. But I will use the Super Bowl as an example.
okay,
I could use the NBA Finals, but I shan't. We will not talk about that. I don't want
You
to.
shot yourself.
I shan't. I do not want the smoke. This
Find that as a smoky place.
this past Super Bowl, the thing before everything really started was like the sizzle reel, the tale of like the story of how these two teams got here, why this game actually matters besides them just throwing around a pigskin. It's not pigskin anymore. And what will happen if this person particularly wins? Or wait, what if this person particularly wins? Or well, if this person particularly wins, it will culminate in this particular thing. And all of that ultimately leads to a spectacle that resembles wrestling.
Let's see. I'm gonna say complex.
I'm also gonna say complex.
Yeah, because there are elements there, and I think so. There's two sides of the coin because you could say that those elements they just share those elements, and then that's the only relation because they just do the same thing. They tell stories.
Yes.
But from your point of view, you're saying they got that from wrestling, and that's a big pull.
Is it though?
That exactly.
Could you go back and watch an old football game in the same like we'll say the 1980s, 1990s, and say that it is the same type of spectacle that it is today?
Because okay, so modern wrestling, when did that begin?
When did as it is now?
As it is now.
The late 70s, early 80s, like pop it like not being considered carny things. It has been all.
It was the last time you saw a wrestler bite the head off a chicken, you know?
Okay, depending on where you go. Australian wrestlers are one.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. And then from there, it just keeps evolving. And also depending on the type of wrestling you want to watch, depends on the type of audience what type of wrestling it is, depends on the type of audience that they're going to draw. If you want something that is like more athletic and treated more like a sport, you're going to really watch more Japanese wrestling. If you want something that is extremely just like hardcore or like they're busting light poles over each other's heads, you're going to watch something that is not at the same scale as a company like WWE or AEW, even though AEW still busts light poles over their heads. And then because of the 1980s, the neons, the big muscles, the spectacle, the rock star-esque of it all.
The glow era.
The glow era. That is, yes, glow.
Glow, yeah.
That is what helped wrestling get not just into the mainstream, but become like a staple in households where even if you don't watch it, you know exactly what it is.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I think it's complicated because it's taken on different forms over the years.
Yeah.
But
It is
I wouldn't attribute it all to like modern wrestling. I mean, yeah, it's extremely popular. It has had its ups and downs, and
Oh,
it's
yeah.
always been popular among the common folk, but uh, like there's some truth to it. I'll give you that.
And I always commend you for like, you're always you've got you're very passionate about the things you love, and you're always trying to get us into them too. I don't know. I think first of all I always miss it. I guess I'm never the one who's like watching. I'm never at the TV when this stuff's happening live, and I know that's part of it.
Yeah, watching it live is it's something.
Mhm.
Especially if you're like in what's the way to describe it? There is when you all right. I'll use a few years back. I went to WrestleMania, and there's just something special in the air. I don't know if they're pumping cocaine into the stadium or what.
Possibly.
I mean, they pump the oxygen in like at the casinos,
Maybe something, but like there was just like this electricity in the air of like you don't know what's gonna happen, but you're gonna have a great time with these other 80,000 plus people that are in this stadium because you all are here to see the same thing, and whether you all leave mad or you all leave happy, you know you got your money's worth, and it made you feel something.
Mhm. I can see that.
All
I
right.
don't know. Once again, if I were to at least start taking an interest, like what's a good place to start
A
then?
good place to start. All right. Well, here we go. Uh, if you would like to take an interest and you like a good place to start and you don't want anything cheesy, get on YouTube and watch El Grande Americano versus El Grande Americano Mass versus Mass match. This match happened this past weekend,
Okay.
this last Friday. It is at this current moment the match of the year. It is great. It was a mask versus mask. They give you a whole synopsis of like before the match, and then you were just going to see and feel the emotion through every hit, pop, slap, and kiss.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Is it massive stuff? This sounds. Is this kind of like a luchador?
It
match?
is. Yes.
I definitely find that's an element of wrestling I always found interesting. Back like for with I was always loved Nacho Libre.
Yes.
And I just always thought that was so cool the way because it was sort of that it blended that really that between sports, professional sports, and like superheroes in a
Mhm.
way, and the whole unmasking thing, how it's it's like a shame, like almost like a samurai thing almost.
Yes.
Which is pretty cool.
Yes.
It's a cool concept for
It is.
sure.
Yeah, that's where I would say start. That will let you understand why people like wrestling as much as they do, and then from there, it's a it's a journey backwards.
You mentioned Japanese wrestling too. I don't mean to stay on the subject for too much longer and keep going, but the Japanese wrestling thing because I remember like there's this very like heavily memed photo of like a girl who's dressed sort of like a pixie rock star and she's like slamming this stuffed animal looking thing with I forget what if she's got a guitar or I forget what it was.
Mhm.
But yeah, I see that one going around all the time. So was that a Japanese wrestling?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, this looks very Japanese.
Yeah. And you'll have like a petite girl versus this ginormous dude.
I see why. Yeah, they're going for the like live action anime. I assume in that
Yeah.
regard.
Homies hit it far too often. Yes. So, best Japanese match if you happen to just care to watch it. Uh, Kenny Omega versus Kazuchika Okada, Wrestle Kingdom 12? 12 or 14. I can't remember off the top of my head.
You'll have to shoot me these links.
Yep.
Told you, the king of lores. Like you mentioned a subject that's remotely nerdy, and Quinn's got like, oh, here's the backstory.
It's all up here.
Yeah, it's fascinating.
Hey, Ghost is back.
Ghost is back.
Yeah, that's my dog. Yeah, scratching his ear as he always does. Okay, so I had some notes that I cannot find from some previous stuff that I wrote down, but my hot take is a little bit selfish, but my hot take is I'm the best Batman.
Okay.
So I should be cast as the next Batman. And here's why. Okay, so currently, as far as we know, there is no casting for Batman, and James Gunn has not admitted so. even though he's very vocal online. So we know a few things. Batman has been Batmaning for decades.
Yes.
Um, and so we were getting a one that is he's been in the depths of Gotham for a long time. He's got some scars, he's got some stories,
Yeah.
and he is also, because we know that we're getting Damian, he's got the Bat family. So he's been through some stuff. He's come out on the other side, kind of, and he's a different Batman than typically what we've seen, especially right now with Robert Pattinson, who's just beginning his journey.
Yeah.
And I think it's more akin to probably the Justice League cartoon Batman, where he plays along, but he's still freaking Batman, right? Yeah. And Gwen has been here long enough to know that I have pitched this before, Batfleck. And so we're getting a middle-aged Batman who has been through the ins and outs of raising and dealing with kids, whether it be Tim Drake or Dick Grayson or any other Robin that you want to name. And now we're up to Damien. Okay, so he was able to kind of keep some of himself and still be an asshole. We know that because of how Dick talks about Batman.
Yeah.
That he was very rough. He was like he wasn't very personal. He was still getting broke in as a parent figure. But now he's kind of got a handle on it, and he's raised a few Robins. But those were not his kids, so he could keep them at a distance.
Mhm.
Now Damien's here, and that's his blood. He's got a different investment.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more personal. Not that the other ones weren't, but it's just different. So Damien is a handful, and he has had all kinds of problems, and he does not agree with him, and there are like knockdown, drag out fights, and all kinds of stuff. And he comes from a jaded past, a history, raised crazy ways or whatever. All right, so I I'm a single father, and I have raised 3 kids, all of whom have ADHD and other mental health issues because the comorbidity of ADHD that I will not go into for their sakes, but I've been through some shit, and my oldest had some issues with the law, and we had some knockdown dragouts, literally, and we're on the other side of that, thank God. But you guys know, like, some what we've gone through. So
The Jason of the family.
kind of the Damien, I should say.
The Damien, I guess.
Yeah, did not agree with me on a lot of things, and we went through a lot of things. We went through 2 divorces together with these 3 kids, all of whom I've had full custody of. So I know the ins and outs of all that kind of stuff. Being a dad, and I'm the right age, I'm the right height, and I've been an actor since I was a kid, so I've got some history there. So I'm just saying, give me a shot, James Gunn. You liked my tweet that one time. But yeah, and I'm from St. I was born in St. Louis. Half my family's from St. Louis, so we got that connection. He's a St. Louis guy. But I mean, your people call my people, which would be me. But yeah, man, just give me a shot. That's all I'm saying.
Well, there you go.
Internet, help me out.
You got me convinced.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. There you go. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
What we gotta do is we gotta go downtown and shoot some test footage of you trying to get rid of a bomb. You know, just like that
Yeah,
good old
I know.
60s.
And I
Some
need
days
my
you just
shark
can't get rid of a
repellent.
bomb.
Yeah.
Shark repellent too. Yeah. All of it. Yes, and Batman is probably my all-time favorite character.
Okay.
So, yes, I understand him on a psychological level, on a experiential level, and because okay, just to kind of like not to take too much longer, a lot of people think Batman is Bruce Wayne and Batman. He's not. Batman is 3 personas. He is still that child that created Batman to protect himself. And that created Bruce Wayne to protect that identity. So he's 3 layers deep in broken psyche. And you can see this, I think, most represented in Batman the Animated Series, where you have a very dark night, and then you have a Bruce Wayne that is well adjusted, but you have moments where Batman is overwhelmed and you see the fear hit his face for a brief moment before he steps up. And that, I think, is just a crack where the kid is like, just for a moment.
So, oh, they see me. Woo.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's my hot take on Batman and this guy.
I say give him a shot. Give him a shot. Come on.
Yeah, I mean Chris Pratt me.
Chris Pratt.
Yeah. Chris Pratt me. I'm a middle-aged dad. You know, I got a dad bod. And I'm not like, it wouldn't take that long. They got machines.
It wouldn't take that long. You did the push-up thing a couple years ago, and you started to get like some definition in there. And I was like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna get back on it. Yeah. So anyway, change a guy's life. That's legacy right there.
Legacy.
That's life changing. Anyways, thank you, Internet, for your comments. Either way, if you ever see this.
Thank you, interwebs.
Anyway, yes.
But hey, James Gunn or not, I will say one more thing. But James Gunn or not, I think Superman and Batman are about it's still about like maybe 10, 15 years. They're about to go in the public domain. So hey,
there you go.
It's Wild West at that point.
Yeah.
So you know,
if
James Gunn doesn't pick up the phone, then we'll just have to wait a few more years.
There you go. And I mean, David Cornsweet is like 6'4". I'm 5'10", 5'11". You're not. So I would look up a little bit to him, which I think is probably the best dynamic, where they're not just like eye to eye, because Batman is obviously not a god, even though he has different. He's like his legendary status is godlike. But you can't tell me that when Bruce Wayne is Batman that there are not stilts or lifts in those shoes.
Only definitely is wearing like 3 inches of combat boots.
Right. Yeah. And you think you want a giant freaking Batman? You don't. You don't want a giant freaking Batman that is a monstrosity and that's
whipping through ceilings.
Yeah.
Unless you're a fan of Absolute Batman, I'll say.
Right.
Exactly. Absolute Batman's like 6'9".
And that's a fun Batman, but that's not the normal Batman that you want.
True.
Because that dude is the same stats as the Mountain.
Yeah.
From Game of Thrones. Like, that would be cool for like an Elseworlds thing, but like for your normal Batman, that just it doesn't work in real life, because it's like, oh, the biggest guy in the room. Oh, it's always Bruce Wayne. Well, wait a minute.
Hold on.
Yeah, true. And I don't even know how that happened, because I mean, you see his dad get killed in that, early on in that series, and his dad just looks like a normal
same
guy.
height as Joe Chill.
Oh, same height as Joe Chill.
Joe Chill.
It keeps freezing up. I don't know why, but I'm just gonna keep fixing it as we go. But yeah.
You make a compelling argument.
Ben Affleck is technically the same size as Batman, and on screen he looks massive. He looks like the Frank Miller Batman, who was the beefiest Batman before Absolute Batman. So on screen, people look bigger than they are. Tom Cruise, perfect example. I'm just saying.
Tom Cruise, like the example that's in the dictionary of examples.
Mr. Applebox himself.
Yeah. I won't talk about
There was one movie, it's rumored that he had the lead actress them dig a hole so she could stand in it. So that they would. Yeah.
I think Robert Downey Jr. he said he had the same problem with Gwyneth Paltrow, because she's actually a bit taller than he is, so they had to kind of even that out.
That's all right.
Yeah. I mean, it's the personality.
Yeah.
It's like how they emote. Robert Downey Jr. he's a big person, even though he got a small body.
And that's fine. It's completely fine.
So on to Spider-Man. Unless you guys have anything else.
No.
I appreciate your vote of confidence.
I look forward to seeing it in the movie.
Yeah.
It better be free, Joel.
Yeah. I'm absolutely free. Plus, I mean, I think my personal take is that you should not cast Batman for a while, and you should build a DCU up and just let rumors of him spread where he's a legend. People don't even believe he's real. I mean, you heard the Bat in Gotham? That's not real. What are you talking about? People don't believe he's real. Except for the street level people in Gotham who know.
Because they usually see him.
Yeah, who've been rescued or beat the shit out of by Batman. Yeah. All right. So, all right. Hopefully, I can get this thing to show us our images for the Spider-Man Empire write-up that they did. They got some really interesting interviews and images, and I'm going to go through them. That I had some issues trying to get the images on screen, and it just wasn't as easy as I hoped it would be. So this is what we got. And right now it's being a punk.
Well, she did the thing. She did the thing in a way, and we're here.
So like now it's see that red dot? That's telling me that I can't change it. Oh, hey, there we go. Okay.
Oh,
All right. So we're just gonna kind of go by image and let that lead the conversation. If that's all right.
okay.
All right. So our first image. Well,
Is it that? Oh,
it's not changed.
sure is.
Okay.
Is it?
Hey, there we go. Okay. Oh,
Damn.
damn. Okay.
Again,
Oh,
the Earth.
It just closed bones.
there we go. Okay. So here are some
Whoa.
magazine
Whoa.
covers.
Very red.
Yeah.
It's wild.
So
Yeah.
yeah. So the hand is absolutely because there were some rumors that the hand was just kind of like
There?
somebody else, but they just made it look like Red Ninjas because
Yeah.
whatever. But yeah, the hand is absolutely showing up.
Yeah.
Um,
This is definitely.
So, rumor, I don't know about rumor, but some of the fan theories are that lady, right there. These images are super, I know it's not as easy to see from there, but rumors are that lady is actually one of Wolverine's love interests.
Oh.
Oh.
And I
shoot.
cannot think of her name right now.
You said it. And it just went.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Was she in that movie, The Wolverine? Was
I
that?
don't
Was she in
think
that
it's the same one.
Wasn't the same one?
It's like not that one.
Yeah, it's that lady Dexter.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Nope. It'll hit me and I'll scream it out.
Yeah, so I don't know that it is, but she is dressed differently than the other hand assassins. So there's something there.
She has a name.
She's a somebody. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
She's not just assassin number 2.
Yep.
She assassin. So this one on the right looks like the Akira poster, kind of
Yeah.
It does.
pretty cool.
And it all is it like actual photo or is that one drawn? I can't.
That's actual photo.
Okay.
Yeah, if you look close, you can see the detail.
That's really cool. I like that.
Yeah, so pretty cool. Pretty
I'd
cool.
be fine if that was the poster for Spirit of Empire.
Yeah,
Yep.
that is really cool.
Yeah.
Also, so I don't want to get ahead of myself. Well, I have to because for whatever reason I can't go back, so I can only go forward. So we're going to talk about this. See on his web shooters, there's a little green
Yeah.
lights.
Yes.
So who's he? Who else is in this movie?
The Bruce Banner.
Bruce Banner.
Yes.
And there is confirmation that we're getting Savage Hulk. There
Okay.
is not apart from rumors that have been swirling for a long time. There is an image online, and it seemingly confirmed by other outlets. I haven't confirmed it myself, but I'm believing that this is true because if we're getting Savage Hulk, there is a leaker on Twitter. I think it's My Time to Shine. Hello, that it's going to be Gray Hulk, and Gray Hulk is bigger than Green Hulk.
Yes.
But it's not Mr. Fix It as
Yeah.
far as I'm aware.
Yeah. Let's say. All right.
Although a Mr. Fix It show a la Wonder Man would be super cool,
Yes.
because he's like the bouncer in LA or not LA, Vegas and stuff.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool.
That'd be wild.
Yeah, it's like Wonder Man meets Spider Noir. See?
Could be cool. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wow, that's a lot, Dylan.
Yeah, so there is a toy that says that he's got gamma web shooters.
I was gonna say with the green, yeah,
Why would you need gamma web shooters? All right,
And the
to
green
take
glow.
to take down a gamma charged superhuman
Yeah.
of some
yeah.
sort.
This is the first confirmation of the toy that we've had because we were like,
Oh,
sometimes
shoot.
the toys don't,
I'm
match
dumb.
up.
I don't know why I didn't connect these two to begin with.
Really.
They're not the same thing, but they have the same cadence. Brave New World, Brand New Day.
Mhm.
They both, yes, they both have Hulks in them.
Oh,
Like they are, which means this movie might. Okay.
And how many
I have-
gamma creatures do we got? So we've got Hulk, She-Hulk,
Abomination.
Hulk's son,
Hulk son.
Abomination,
who's
and
technically an MCU.
Yeah.
Tim Blake Nelson, which I'm blanking on. The
The leader.
the leader,
leader.
yes,
Yeah.
currently.
We have a good chunk of them. We're missing like
We still don't have was it Doc Samson?
Doc Samson, A-Bomb,
Sasquatch.
Sasquatch, which that could pop up actually. Here,
I want them so badly to get into that Immortal Hulk stuff
Yeah.
because that was so so scary and Cronenbergy and like I was just,
Yeah.
like, it was my favorite.
And this
So,
might
just for the audience, the reason that we don't have a solo Hulk movie is because Universal has the distribution rights. I don't know for how long. They distributed the first Hulk movie, and now Marvel is with Disney, and they want to do it themselves. So they're not willing to share that money, even though they are doing it with Sony. I'm not sure why they're doing that, but they've been trying to tell Hulk alongside other people.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know when that contract runs out either, and so like we could just be randomly. "Boop, oh yeah, by the way, we got
a whole thing. Let's see. Oh, stop. No, you're telling me the wrong thing. Because
What we need to just start doing is we got to start boycotting the Hulk coaster. So if you go to Universal Studios in Florida, do not ride the Hulk. I'm just kidding. It's really fun. Ride it while it's there because who knows? It might not be there in a while. If they lose the rights, might have to change it to something else.
Yeah. Huh.
Do they have other Marvel rides there?
They've got the Spider-Man ride, which is awesome, which is still timeless. We rode that like
Yeah,
a few years
I mean,
ago, and it was
it's
still
different. But
True.
I mean, at the same time, I mean, there is Disney. You don't want to. Why not have that at Disney?
And then they have like teacups that are kind of themed after Storm. They're just X-Men teacups essentially.
Okay,
But
I was like, I'm trying to see the connection.
Huh.
it's called the Storm Force Accelerator, I think is what it's called. So it's actually like they're not teacups, but it's like we're all in this
Like the
machine,
scrambler
and
kind of
we're
thing?
trying to help Storm like charge her lightning. Oh, sorry.
So no, you're good. I was patient. So according to this and several other places, because I had to like click on this and they did it, make it do the thing. Universal distribution rights of the Incredible Hulk expired in June 2023.
Oh,
Okay.
It's already out.
So maybe it's like a situation like with the X-Men where they've had the rights for a little while. They're just not
They can't.
there yet.
They had so many other balls rolling. They can't just throw this big green one right there.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And so
Which
they,
would be great if that was like a soft backdoor pilot to
Yeah.
a Hulk movie.
it'd be
'Cause I mean,
wild.
we got She-Hulk already too.
We got She-Hulk.
The internet is trying to recast her, so but I don't think Tatiana Maslany is not gonna play
No, she's gonna show
She-Hulk.
I love her.
She's gonna show up. She's gonna show up and flip people off. Like directly look at the camera and be like, and for everybody that wanted me to leave, and it's like you go.
And then she'll twerk some more. Oh, that was the worst, wasn't it? Just ruined the She-Hulk for me because she
Yeah.
twerked that one time. Oh,
Who told you to throw ass? Yeah, so the hand is definitely going to cause Bruce Banner to lose his stuff somehow, some mystical, magical way, because mystical, magical stuff is going to get thrown into this.
Yeah.
Because hand.
Yeah. Just, and stuff.
Yep.
and stuff.
Yeah. What's the next image, Dylan? I got questions.
The other thing is the neural inhibitor that he is wearing.
Yes.
So that can be, what if damage control got a hold of that and wanted to use it for Jean Grey?
Oh. And
You
now
see where
we're
we're
starting
going?
to make power damage for.
Yeah.
Okay.
To kind of get control of it.
Yeah.
So, and for whatever reason, it's not working anymore, and Hulk is out. So do you remember in Ragnarok when uh, he finally got Banner back, and he was like, I was in the back seat. I was there, but I was in the back seat, and I could only see what was happening. So he basically Hulk get outed Banner, right?
Yep.
And he was in the sunken place. And no control, just kind of like sitting back there watching. So Hulk is doing the same thing for how long now?
For a hot while.
Hot while, and he is not happy. And there is a theory that Hulk is the only one that remembers Peter Parker as Spider-Man. However, they never met in person, but if Hulk is backseat, he knows everything Banner knows.
Yes. And his memory wouldn't have got wiped because he still wouldn't have thought to look for him. Because yeah.
Yeah, and probably if Sadie Sink is Jean Grey, she is gonna find out pretty quickly who he is too.
Yep.
Yep.
She's gonna do a thing. All right, let's see. All right, I'm gonna throw my hat in this ring. Either A, the hand's gonna cause him to like lose control, mystic magic stuff, or it's gonna be a super dire situation. Everybody is up there getting beat up on, surrounded by hand ninjas. She's up there like and like reaches out, touches his mind, is like, what was that? Then touches him, and then she's like, you need to come on out. Brings him out, and then doesn't realize, oh snap, this thing is insane. And then we have Savage Hulk out there smashing.
Yeah, true. Or yeah, she could just be like, oh, I need a distraction. This is interesting.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Basically doing to him what Phoenix did to her, or will do to her eventually.
Yep. Sad. Yep.
All right, next image. Let's see how long it takes to flip here. All right, talk to me.
Talk to me. Talk to me.
All right, there we. Hey, all right. I think I figured out how this thing works. All right, so this. I just thought this was a new cool poster. It's the IMAX poster.
Yep.
I just thought it was pretty cool. I don't know that there's any secret things in there outside of we've got a little icon for the Scorpion, which we haven't even really talked about on here about how the Scorpion is probably going to be one of the big bads.
Because I feel like, because the thing that I feel about Scorpion is he's going to be one of those things. So you know those movies where like there is a bad guy that is there all the time. Oh wait, I can use Batman Begins. How like Scarecrow was just like there, exactly. He was there all the time. Yeah. Where like he is the bad guy, but he's not actually the bad guy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think Scorpion's going to be that for this movie.
Okay.
But Scorpion and Scarecrow kind of do the same thing in the Arkham games and the Spider-Man games. They both hit you with a hallucinogen that makes you freak out.
Yeah.
So then you have to go through a hallucinatory like stage.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So
they sure did.
I wonder how he got his suit, because we've seen him talking to Vulture, who also has gear like that.
Yep.
But it may still be in the Sonyverse for all we know. Trying to get movies.
It's J. Jonah Jameson gonna be in this one too, or is he?
Because
wasn't he the one who gave him the suit? Because he was like he was originally hired him to to get Spider-Man.
Yes.
Yeah.
But then he got stuck in the suit, and that's why then he hated J. Jonah Jameson.
Yeah, and Jameson is basically Alex Jones in this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he could definitely
all the way down to selling weird like muscle powders things, supplements.
Like Jonah bites.
Yeah.
All right, it's giving me the red button again. So hey, there we go. Why did I just have to move it? Okay, next photo. All right, so this is another poster. I don't have like a clearer image of it, but just another poster showing Spider-Man fighting the Hand. The Hand is confirmed. Seemingly a big part. I mean, they've done this before, where in the trailers and posters they show somebody who doesn't even show up that long in the movie.
Yeah.
And some people think that the Hand is just going to like kind of be there at the beginning, and then we get off to other stuff. But they seem to me like a pretty big part of the movie.
You wouldn't put this promotion about someone's movie for 5 minutes.
Exactly. So you've got Savage Hulk, you've got Punisher, you've got Jean Grey. Who is running the Hand? What has this got to do
with anything Spider-Man has to do with?
Yeah.
I think he stumbled upon somebody else's stuff. It's what I honestly think, like, besides the Scorpion of it all. I think he stumbled upon somebody else's stuff, and he's just like, all right, well, I can't have ninjas running around New York. Uh, and then like, yeah,
Yeah,
that-
like maybe they're tying it into Daredevil somehow.
tie in Daredevil somehow, and possibly other stories where like we still get a Peter Parker Spider-Man story, but it's also like a launching point for other things. Because what they haven't done in a hot minute is a Civil War equivalent of like Marvel movies, where Civil War was a launching point for Spider-Man: Homecoming, Black Panther, something else. Um, Technically Black Widow movie, but that was like a decade later.
Yeah.
And kind of more of like furthering Bucky's kind of journey
Yeah.
back to sanity and
Yes. So I feel like this movie could be that for several characters, where it could end up setting up the whole movie, but we still get a very good Spider-Man story out of it.
And the reviews, the audience reviews for the where they go and they present it to the audience. I can't remember what it's called right now, but those have been extremely good.
Pre-screened?
Pre-screenings, yes. Those have been very, very good. Although there was one kind of leak thing that was saying that the ending was unexpected. There was like a tag on something about Spider-Man dying that they didn't like or something. But who knows if that's real or not.
Yeah.
But so like there is with the whole spider puberty thing.
Spewity.
Yeah. So apparently Tom Holland in one of the interviews he was like, "Yeah, I pitched spider puberty because he's got a lot of power in this. Because this is the fourth one. Nobody's had a fourth one, and he was able to be in the writers' room and pitch ideas to them. And he said spider puberty, and they shot him down. But he said that the kernel of the idea is still there.
Okay.
Yeah. Which I mean, the whole web shooter thing is an analogy for certain things.
But then also I almost forgot, I guess Tombstone's also supposed to be
Yeah,
another
Tombstone.
antagonist. I'm not sure exactly what. Sometimes he's on one side, sometimes he's on the other. I don't know
Yeah.
what he's in this movie.
Right. That's what I was about.
And potentially, Keith David might be the Jackal.
Ooh.
Because if we get into the Clone Saga kind of thing.
Also, happy birthday, Keith David, and
Yeah,
congratulations on the Hollywood star. That was so awesome to see today.
Awesome.
Yeah.
One of the greats.
Love Keith David.
What was I about to say? Okay. Yes. Thank you for reminding me of the things.
You're welcome.
Yes, Tombstone is in here. Tombstone is going to be Luke Cage's problem, and this is going to set up Luke Cage. It's going to be little pieces and bits of everything to set up new Defender stuff. And I think Luke Cage, not in this picture, but I think Luke Cage and maybe Iron Fist, he can show up. I would love a her.
I mean, they kind of go hand
They
in hand.
do.
But put the band-aid. Come on, just put the mask
I
on.
see what you did hand in hand.
67.
Hands in hand.
Ow.
Hand.
Yeah, so I think we're gonna get way more bang for our buck in this movie than
Yeah,
that.
because if the hand is there, then Iron Fist has got to be somewhere in there.
Iron Fist gotta be somewhere around,
Yeah.
which means Electric. I would love for them to do the. One second. I would love if Electric does show up in the movie. I would love for her to show up in the costume where she is like wearing the Daredevil headpiece. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where
she becomes Daredevil for a while. Yeah.
she's like, where she's Daredevil for a while, where she's like
I mean, he's
using,
locked up right now.
he's locked up,
True.
and she's just using the mantle to do things. It's like, my love, and then he's like, Electra.
That's pretty good.
Be a good redemption arc for some people too, because my wife, for instance, she did not. We went back and watched like the Daredevil episode and stuff like that. She was like, I don't like Elektra. I don't know. She just doesn't. She just was so mad at her the whole
She's an
time.
asshole.
She kind of was.
Yeah.
I mean, so it'd
Set him up.
be good to give her kind of like a tick, because I don't know. She's kind of
He's a hero arc.
I think she's soured a lot of people. Her.
Yeah. And there are big rumors that she is coming back for season 3 because
Okay.
she was in New York about the same time, and she's been posting workout videos on her Instagram.
Well, there you go.
All right, there we go.
Not Electra, the actor.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's electra.com.
But I feel like, what am I feeling? That I have an inkling that we're going to see a new building in this particular movie,
and possibly 2 new folks. I feel like they're going to do a new building, and I feel like they're going to introduce 2 new folks to like give us the setup for Spider-Man's 5 and 6, which would be like Sinister Six.
That's Sony's always wanted that.
Yes, I think we're going to get we're going to get Oscorp, or at least the start of it. Like maybe.
Well, I mean, the last one, he said that there was no Norman Osborn in that universe.
In the universe,
Unless he's going by a different name or it's some amalgamation.
some amalgamation.
But I mean, well,
So
it was a fun movie, but it ruined a lot of things for stuff going forward.
He did, yeah, because he did have a run in with another Norman Osborn in that movie. Not a whole lot happened in that regard. I don't think that Norman Osborn didn't really do anything significant.
Yeah, unless there's some kind of that gives Ned ideas.
Yeah. Like for him to come.
I would find that to see a
magic thing too.
Yes. They could do a thing where Norman's not Norman just yet because he's too poor.
Where does he get his money? It's not like Lex where he gets it from Daddy.
No, he it's because he cheated Otto out of a lot of things, and that's why he hates Otto. Because they came up together as scientists. Like he's a genius actually, but he cut Otto out and was like, "All right, I have all the money now. Bye."
Okay.
He kind of Steve Jobs did it.
Yeah.
In a way.
And I think if like they introduced Otto Octavius and not Norman Osborn, who will become Norman Osborn because he's going to change his name because like he wants to shed the identity of his former poor self. I think, and like seeing the fall of their relationship on screen, I think would be a good little side story leading up into some of these other movies or other things that happen.
Okay.
I mean, I would love to see Norman Osborn in the MCU. Just I don't know how
it doesn't have.
I don't know how they're going to do it.
It doesn't have to be prevalent. It just needs to like exist.
With the soft reboot, I can see. Yeah. Moving forward. Plus, I mean, you've got to kind of set up Doomsday, which apparently Spider-Man is not in Doomsday, but he's in Secret. And if at the end of this he dies, that could be Spider-Man. Getting into that, because there are some elements that I'll get into here in just a little bit. I'll get some pictures, but all right, what was next?
Hang on.
It's changed, all right.
We'll talk so much now.
Are they still planning to bring Miles into this universe at some point?
Yeah, that's a cool thing too. Because, like, I mean, do they split the rights? Like, what goes forward with Sony and Marvel at this point?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And I heard a rumor. I don't know how valid it is, but I heard just talk of Amazon being interested in Sony's movie side. And if He-Man does well, then they could be enticed to buy out Sony's film side.
Okay.
And if that happens,
What is this? The studios?
yeah, because Sony's got all like that's their plaything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, Spider-Man is their most lucrative thing. I mean, they've got like Men in Black stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's some IP. But the rights for Spider-Man would revert back to Marvel in that case.
Yeah.
And there, a couple of years ago, there was some talk about Apple being interested in it. But
regardless if anybody buys Sony's movie, it goes back to
But there, if I'm not mistaken, one of the heads at Sony was like, "We're not selling." I don't know. So I don't know. Might be something worth looking into.
Yeah.
Push the button.
Speaking of Spider-Man shared universes, this new Wolverine trailer
Yeah.
is this Wolverine and supposed to be in the same video game Spider-Man universe?
They're in the same universe, just
Okay.
not in the same place.
Right.
Understood, yeah.
So yes,
He's like out in
They-
the woods
surely
somewhere,
there's
killing
a
people around the
crossover.
train yards.
there's something coming. I'm excited.
Yeah, because they teased because there was a room, not a room, but fans thought that they saw Daredevil, or not Daredevil, for Deadpool in there someplace, but they said no, that wasn't. We saw Jean Grey, and there are others that we won't get into. So
Yeah.
there is obviously. I mean, how do you do a Wolverine adjacent and not have Spider-Man show up?
Yes. So yeah, I'm excited for what's coming with the Insomniac game universe, and just the Insomniac games. They've done both Spider-Man games have been phenomenal.
Yes.
They've just been
Well, and Miles Morales.
and Miles Morales, all three.
Yeah.
Miles Morales was just a little chef's kiss. It's like, this is so sweet. What is a sweet little game?
Speaking of Miles, in one of these interviews, Tom Holland said that he would love to kind of do for the next Spider-Man what Tony Stark did for him.
Mhm.
So I mean, not that he's talking about moving on, but there was a while back where he said something about he didn't want to still be doing Spider-Man in his 30s, but he reeled that back and was like, I think I was just like maybe kind of like playing games with Sony so that they, I was negotiating maybe, but yeah. So I mean, he could be like Hugh Jackman and play this character for a long time.
Definitely.
And I mean, you just know if it comes to the place where Miles enters, there are going to be people just because that have a problem with that.
We are.
They shut up.
They can
That's
absolutely
my hot take.
I kind of feel like if they ever finally get it together, because they won't be young by the time they do.
Right.
The Young Avengers, which they shouldn't just do. Don't do the Young Avengers. Just do Champions, because no one's gonna be young.
Right.
Yeah, and like having sorry, having a new Miles or having Miles to go into that team like
Yes.
I think I would really enjoy seeing them in the same, both in the same universe, and not just trading off one for the other because there's a great mentorship role there.
Yes, I thought of a cameo I would like that I would still at.
Oh,
So when Peter goes to visit Bruce Banner at college, wherever he's teaching, and like class is letting out right before Peter starts talking to Bruce, I would like Bruce to like turn to the side and be like, Amadeus, don't forget your paper. And then he just keeps on going and like, yeah.
And then Amadeus could go either way because he could either go like the techie Spider-Man,
nice.
or totally awesome Hulk.
Yes.
Which there's being next to Banner, obviously that seems like it seems more likely he'd become totally awesome.
Yeah.
that's cool. Yeah.
I'm getting my shit.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if I can get the next one. Hey, all right. So this is just one of the images that they've got, which looks really cool. The suit looks great. One thing that Kevin Feige said was that we are getting back to like the OG Spider-Man, because in the MCU he wasn't like that. He had money, you know what I mean?
Yes.
But now he has nobody. It's just him.
He's gonna go back to making his own stuff.
Yeah. However, the Russos did kind of. It's not necessarily canon, but the Russos had a part in bringing Spider-Man because they directed Civil War. They said that they don't see that Uncle Ben died the same way. They don't think that Uncle Ben was the responsible. The catalyst, which kind of changes a whole lot.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously Aunt May did say
The line.
Yeah, she said the line. So apparently that they're saying that's it. You know what I mean? That Uncle Ben he just died. He was just there. He wasn't the Uncle Ben, which kind of like is a slap in the face to kind of like it being a canon event. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
However, I mean it happened, but it was a different character. You know what I mean? So I don't know how that works.
I think it's
sorry. That makes sense because for Spider-Gwen, the same thing happened, but it was Peter. Okay. I just need to talk.
okay.
That's the 80s.
Yeah. You got there.
Yeah. We got there. Hey, this is why I have a show. Yeah. So that looks pretty.
It does.
I think that's the safe door from the trailer.
Cool.
All right.
Well, that was even cooler.
Yeah. So there was a big question online about how do you do Punisher in Spider-Man? Oh, they're going to nerf Punisher. It's PG-13. Blah, blah, blah. But in the trailer, you've got him trying to say MFer and Peter.
Yeah.
You can only do that once per movie. It's PG-13.
Exactly. So so they addressed it and said, no, we're not nerfing him. He is the Punisher, and we're not PG-13ing the Punisher.
Yeah.
Although he looks like in
So
that
some things are going to happen off screen, maybe. You know.
in that picture though, he's looking behind him. He's like, "Hey, you're shooting those people with track darts, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Those are rubber bullets, right?"
Yeah. And also something interesting that Tom said was that he would love to return the favor and have Spider-Man show up in an R-rated version with Punisher.
Ah.
How do you do that? Because we've always seen
They
Spider-Man.
they had Spider-Man show up in that more adult Punisher one, and everything else was like more dark and adult, but Spider-Man was still
He was still
himself.
a little foul.
He was still like, gee, golly whiz, you know, I feel like, yeah.
And also, I mean, like at the very end of the first Spider-Man Homecoming, at the end, he was like, "Oof."
Oh, yeah.
Cut it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I mean, Spider-Man cusses. I mean, he's a grown-up now, y'all.
He he ain't no Steve Rogers.
Yeah.
I know.
Correct.
Language. All right, Grandpa.
Uh,
Yeah, that looks really cool.
It
And
does.
somebody noticed that the Punisher's outfit looks a little bit more polished than his kind of like throw together thing that
Yeah.
he's usually got. So he's like he's got a van now. He's going official.
Yep. It's I am hunting bad guys. Those are nice for his little skull thingies.
Yeah.
Oh, I see that.
Right.
That's pretty cool. He's got some.
Okay.
That's cool. So also a little backstory. John Bernthal and Tom Holland go way back when they were doing a movie together.
Mhm.
Tom Holland was auditioning, and he was like, "Hey, do a flip at the beginning of the audition because you're acrobatic," and he did, and that was kind of like the thing that got him the role.
Mhm.
And later on, he was trying to tell him about the Punisher when he was like, "You should audition for this."
Oh.
And he told him about the character because he didn't know about comic books or anything. Of course, now he's gotten into it, and he is the Punisher. But yeah, pretty cool. And now they're in the Odyssey together, and so like we could see some more team ups just because they're already friends.
Ooh! Wait, watch this, y'all. I'm gonna link something from earlier to this. So there was an interview
I'm
with
not
Karen.
Link. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
yo.
I was like, hold on, whoa. This is a
there was
PG-13 show. Man.
there was an interview with Karen Page and John Berthal where they were together, and she was explaining to him how Dungeons and Dragons worked.
Mhm.
And like in that little
Yeah.
little bit, she had him run through like some things, and by the end of it, she's like, "Well, how are you playing Dungeons and Dragons?" And he was like, "Then that's just like, all right, this is cool."
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's why a lot of like big actors play it because it's role playing. That's what you do for a living, and it kind of keeps it sharp. It's cool.
Nice.
Yeah, that was a really cool clip.
Yeah.
How she just kind of eased him into it.
yes,
He's like, I don't get it.
little baby deer.
Did you ever see that video too where he goes on that rant about taking naps? Like, he's
No.
like, I don't take naps. I never take naps. I got way too much stuff. I got way too much stuff going on. I don't take naps. Naps. Yeah, I forget what he said. I think some people were like, hey, come on, man. Everybody naps. Like,
He's a hustler.
what are you talking
I
about?
mean, tell that to Thomas Edison, who that was like his thing. He would put a steel ball in his hand, and he would get the best ideas when he was like in that space between sleep. And so that because that's kind of like when your brain goes into like
You're just not bogged down by the
yeah,
normal stuff.
exactly.
Of the
Yeah,
day.
you're going into dream mode,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. So he would have a steel ball in his hand, and he would lay down and take a nap. And as soon as he would drift off, that ball would fall, bing, and wake him up. And he would be like, "Okay, let's." And he would kind of like it was like a reset button. Kind of thing.
Eureka.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Next, all right. So this is
Who is that?
Spider-Man and MJ.
Oh, okay. It did look
Working
like her from that
together.
angle.
Yeah, working together. So I mean, we know that she doesn't know that he's Peter Parker. However, from the trailer, we can infer that her and Ned still remember like having interactions with Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So and Ned's got a Spider-Man wall where he is somehow obsessed with like tracking Spider-Man. is that nefarious or is that fanboy? Like because he feels connection,
Oh snap!
and Ned has that magic, so maybe the spell isn't quite the same for him.
Yeah. Or like a Smallville. What does that mean exactly?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Thank you.
Like the spoiler, I guess, for Smallville has been on TV
There
for
we
so
go.
long.
Yeah.
Uh, like during the entire show, like Lex Luthor and Superman, for the most part, they were like really good friends.
Yeah.
And then when Lex Luthor got his memory wiped, he then, for whatever reason, like a lot of those emotions were still there, but then he perceived them as "I hate you."
Interesting.
Yes.
Okay. That's cool take.
Mhm.
I can see that. I mean, that works for TV a lot. TV, but
Just TV.
yeah, you could spin that absolutely. So yeah, they're working. If you look on the laptop there, that's Bruce Banner's
Yeah.
little
Or his gamma thing.
yeah his
Inhibitor.
inhibitor. Yeah, thank you. So they're doing something there. Looks like they're maybe rewiring it or doing something.
Huh.
But why? Why is? I mean, I know MJ went to MIT.
Yeah.
So I've heard that this is 4 years later, but I've also heard no, it's only a couple months later, and they're just coming back for like a visit or something. If it's 4 years later, they've graduated from MIT.
Yeah. She's a whole genius.
Yeah, her and Ned.
Yep.
Because we saw the video in the trailer of her and Ned about going or whatever. So maybe there's like some kind of time skip. But if it's only been a couple months and they're just coming home for Christmas or whatever, then because there is a still of Spider-Man in his little hat and vest,
Ah.
which is pretty cool, and it's snowing. So I mean, maybe this is like Christmas break or something. But yeah, and he goes to her because he obviously knows that she's smart. But yeah, it's interesting. Um, and I just want to throw this out there and give credit on Screen Crush. I cannot remember the guy's name, but one of the co-hosts on there, because they were kind of like guessing at like what this can mean or whatever. And he was like, "What if Jean Grey is in her mind trying to get him to do things that are nefarious?" Like the interesting.
Interesting too. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah. Anywho, I don't know that there's anything else in there. Some binoculars. Yeah.
Something called Ease It. I was like,
It's like WD-40.
That spider on his back looks real good.
Yeah. There's what is up with the sheet hanging? Where are they? Like some kind of basement or something?
someone's garage, maybe.
Yeah.
There's
Little
a little fixing spot.
yeah. Could be. All righty. Next.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, this is him looking into from the cocoon. So okay, this is a whole different like plot point because are we? Yeah, exactly. Because there's so much going on, which is why we're actually talking for a long time. Sorry. I'm almost done with the pictures. I promise. They got to go home. They got wives to go home to. Not me though. I'm a free man. Anyway, so just like Bruce Wayne, I'm just. But yeah, so he wakes up in a cocoon. We're supposedly getting the organic shooters because we saw in the trailer they cut it off, but he drops and he's not wearing his web shooters, and he catches himself. Um, so is this the spider puberty thing where he's just going through a different transition, kind of like the Spider-Man season 2 animated series?
Possibly.
Where he potential man spider kind of thing going on. Maybe this is the death and rebirth thing that's kind of teased in the trailer with Keith David's voiceover. Um, yeah,
There's a lot. This is the one thing that is extra mysterious to me in this movie, and I'm like, I don't know, and I think I don't, because there's so many different directions you can go with it. So I'm just like, all right, I guess I just have to see it.
Sorry, we do it from here. All right, so I'm going to say there's a potential where he is actually going to be Black Suit Spider. Some people don't think so, So here are some hints to potential. You see the black go over his eyes when he's in the prison, but there's also this image. What color is he wearing right there?
That's a black muscle shirt.
That seems very
Yeah.
telling there. Because
Uh,
what did Peter wear in Spider-Man 3?
a
whole lot of black.
A lot of black.
And there seems to be some they kept some Sam Raimi elements in this. So if like with the horror aspect kind of thing, hopefully God that. But yeah, um, that would be pretty cool because obviously there's something going on where he's not sure what's happening with him in his body, which is why he goes to Banner,
Yeah.
who's like that. If you're mutating, something is very wrong. That's dangerous. Um, and he's trying to get to the bottom of it. Maybe that's what he's with MJ trying to suppress whatever's happening, and kind of like use the same technology. And maybe that by the end of it, we're setting out Black Suit for Secret Wars.
Yeah.
But this could just be an introduction to that, because I don't. In the comics, there wasn't a whole lot of it being nefarious. I keep saying nefarious. It being bad, but in the game,
He kind of gets, not
Yeah.
kind of gets. Yeah. There was a point where he was like, "I'm gonna bust some heads, y'all."
yeah.
I'm gonna get
Yeah.
some dirt in your eye.
Also, in the I want to say in the animated series, there was
Yeah.
some
Like-
him being a bad guy kind of thing, like he was doing something to him.
He would really. I remember, yeah, the '90s cartoon. He like would lose his temper those
Yeah.
times until he finally had to be like, man, I gotta calm
What do you
down.
mean? I don't want to talk about this, MJ.
Also, something I found funny is I watch a lot of YouTube videos and stuff. So new rock stars, they were talking about this kind of stuff, and they're like, "So what if, what if Ned, like with the whole like, is it good or bad obsession with Spider-Man? What if he goes to college and he doesn't have the influence of Peter, and MJ standoffish, but he gets red pilled." He's just like, now he hates Spider-Man.
You know what I really like? Flaming swords.
Yeah, and then he goes full goblin.
How do I make a sword be on fire and stay on fire?
Yep, that is all I've got. This room is the same room that we see Jean Grey in later. There's a lot of tech going on. So what is this?
Some sort of
Is this
plumbing
his-
figure.
I
Yeah,
think
is
this
this
is
his-
an apartment.
His apartment where he's just got,
Yeah.
because he's a tech guy, obviously he's
Yeah.
temporary, where maybe he's like some kind of radar going on right there.
Yeah, his police scanner and maybe
Yeah.
something else. Yeah, it looks like it's his apartment because it's really, besides this stuff, it looks kind of nice. Everything else is just shambles.
Yeah, 'cause he's got nothing now.
Yeah. What if in that image with MJ, he brings her over, but he's like, oh, don't look over there, and he just puts up that crappy sheet.
Yep. That feels like this here.
hmm Yeah, and we got, of course, the whole MJ seeing somebody else. So
Yeah.
there's that element as well.
Is that Paul? Is that she's with Paul in this movie? Yeah.
Potentially, yeah.
Which I've seen so much on the internet like this way and that way. Like so there's Paul lovers, and there's Paul haters.
Yeah.
Did they finally kill Paul without?
Oh, did they? No reason.
Yeah.
Yes.
I gotta catch up.
Yeah. So I'm drawing a blank here, but there was a theory that Paul is actually somebody else, because you got the whole. I don't know if it was related to damage control, but yeah, that's a whole nother angle with Tremel Tillman playing the head of damage control. And there's another image that I couldn't find where he's shaking hands with Spider-Man. So maybe they team up to take the Hulk down or something, and then at some point he's trying to get Spider-Man as well or something. I don't know.
Or a whole bunch of those villains that are in the lab. Was it the raft?
You probably have to get closer to
Oh.
that.
A whole bunch of those dudes are in the raft. And yeah, it's the raft in one, isn't it?
Yeah,
Where Red Hulk currently is.
Yes. Are put in there because of Spider-Man, because we know for sure, not for sure, we know we're getting a montage
Yeah.
of villains that can spot. And that through the bad damage will be like, we'll leave you alone, Spider Guy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they've got the big prison on the West Coast from Wonder Man and She-Hulk,
Yeah.
that they're just trying to fill up and justify their existence.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that could very very easily lead into the whole mutant control agency and all that stuff,
Yeah.
which isn't what it's for. You get it.
Yes,
You
I
understand
understand what you mean.
You know it. Yeah. There's yeah, I mean you've got Spider-Man, you've got Ned and MJ, you've got the Hulk, you've got Scorpion, a couple others, Boomerang and other people. But then you've also got the Hand and Damage Control. Like there's
There's a lot happening.
yeah, and Spider-Man kind of works best when he is overwhelmed.
Yes.
So
It's gonna be
maybe,
true.
yeah. And Tom Holland apparently, well, not apparently, but he did a lot of research online with people asking them what they would like to see in the next movie. So apparently this is the child of that.
Yes. I mean, I am all a fan of like MCU movies feeling alive and interconnected with other stuff. You got any more pictures?
Uh,
Is it that, do you have that one where he's got the shuriken like coming out of his
I did, but I
shoulder?
couldn't get it to pull up.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I meant to put it on there for whatever reason. It didn't show up. It's right here on my phone. But yeah, I don't
It's
know how
cool.
well you can see that.
Trust us.
That was a whole nother plot point that I was going to talk about because, yeah, obviously the Hand has gotten him. Maybe they're just. What about his spider sense? Why couldn't he dodge
Because
that?
he's evolving. Because it's like
It's like his power going in and out.
when
Like Spider-Man
spiders molt, that is their most vulnerable because their normal defenses and stuff have to shut off so that all of its body's resources can like go into shedding itself and becoming its new form. Yeah.
That's the new dance craze. Shedding.
Yeah.
I think that makes sense. Yeah, it's like something's happening with either Sadie Sink is in his head or his spider sense is lapsing
Yeah.
because of what he's going through. That makes sense. But yeah, that's just a really cool image.
Mhm.
Sorry you can't see it, but you can just search it. It's online. It's not hard to find. Yeah, that's all I got. Back to our main. Yeah, it's our typical poster that has been with every Spider-Man with a reflection in the eye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, and I don't see Avengers Tower. Maybe it's just his forehead or
For the
something.
Baxter building or the
Baxter building.
there's no Oscorp, so
Yeah, there's no Baxter building yet.
Yeah, Baxter building.
Not in this universe. But yeah. It's gonna be really cool when all the big minds are in the same universe. We get to see Reed Richards and Spider-Man and Banner and all these people interact
Yep.
and Doom.
And
Yeah. Just that whole coffee pop-up thing. Read the room, guys. Like people are pissed. Like I mean, it would be great. It would be a really cool idea if they didn't tease it out like they normally do for the movies, and people were expecting something completely different. We didn't even get a Spider-Man trailer that was also supposedly coming this week, unless it is like dropped right now. I don't know, or tomorrow or something. But yeah, drop the freaking Doomsday trailer. You're doing South by Southwest in London. You're at a festival. There's no reason. Just give it to us. Give it to us.
it's stuff like
Apparently they showed it there too.
oh. Like everybody but y'all.
Yeah.
give us something to believe in, you know.
The marketing campaign for Doomsday has been kind of off. It's been weird.
I think
They're
it's
trying new
intentional.
things, but
Yeah. And
I mean, well, also with the Spider-Man trailer, they leaked like they had like clips showing for 24 hours, a couple hours before, but then they dropped the actual trailer, and I mean, nobody cared, you know what I mean? But because it wasn't a fake out.
All right.
Anyways, yeah, that's all I got. Anything, you guys got anything else? Well, you ready to go home? All right, I'll let you go. All right. Yeah. So let me get back to my screen here so I know what to say. All right. Yeah. Thanks for joining us. Hope that you'll join us live on YouTube every Thursday, 7 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. Please like, subscribe, and hit the little bell icon so you know when we drop new videos and when we go live. So I am Dylan,
I'm Andrew.
I am Quinn.
and we'll see you next time. Peace.
Bye.